Hi guys, this is Mr. Harmon. I want to go over really briefly this virtual lab. I don't want to go over exactly how to do every little portion because I really think it's important that you are able to read through the procedure and solve a lot of these problems for yourself. But I do want to go over where a lot of students are missing points. So once you're in Google Classroom and you get to the virtual lab, and you click on that direct link, it should take you to this screen. And once we're in the lab, I want to point out just a couple of things. There are going to be scenario, investigate, analyze, conclude, and extend. Both questions are going to be within the pop-up screen, okay, and in the lab notebook. So make sure that we are um, completing both sets of questions. The lab notebook and the little pop-up screens, that is going to determine your percentage of completion. So the grade that's been popping up automatically for you is just a percentage based off completion, not based off accuracy. I will be going back and hand grading several of these questions to see, did you get the main concept? So just like last week, there is a scenario that's kind of setting the stage for this experiment, and then you are going to take a few notes based off that scenario. A really good idea for a note would be, what is the purpose? Okay, what are we trying to do? What are we trying to accomplish in this lab notebook? Okay, or excuse me, through this lab. So for a scenario, you can be typing in something about what, I can spell what we are trying to accomplish. Really, really strong start on the scenario. We are missing a lot of points in the investigate because we're not reading through what's asking. We're simply just kind of clicking next and trying to throw a bunch of data into a table. So this is setting a stage for what is a calorimeter and what does it look like on the inside, and then we'll talk about what it looks like on the outside. At the very bottom here, it says select each label to learn more about it. You have to click on all the labels and read some information about what what does it tell you. Even like a lot of you know what a thermometer is. Again, it's going to be based off completion, so we have to click through all of these definitions. Okay, all the definitions have to be clicked. Once you've done that, it's going to give you some credit for that completion component. So now we can click next where we get into analyze. Okay, it's really, really important that you are reading the entire procedure first, and then in your lab notebook, you'll know exactly what you have to fill. So all the blanks that say type here, that's the information that you need to complete. Some of these things are going to be the same. Okay, the initial temperature should be the same. The initial mass should end up being the same as well for all of these samples. So that will save you some time, but these final temperatures and the differences, those will obviously be different depending on which sample you use. Okay, so for granola bar, it could be a 23. Final temperature would be 25.36, and notice that it gives you that difference automatically by taking the the final and subtracting the initial. It'd be the same thing with the initial mass here. The final mass could be something like that, and it will tell you your difference. So that's a really, really great tool. That's going to be with that data table. And then there's going to be more with our analyze section. So we are able to figure out exactly calories. We can figure out the temperature difference of water multiplied by the mass of water, multiplied by specific heat. That's going to give us our Q, also known as Q equals MCAT. So we've done those types of problems before with Q equals MCAT, and I trust that we are able to solve a lot of that. Okay, so we're going to put in our delta T by our mass by specific heat, and all you really have to do here is type in whatever your degree difference is, and then it will pop up a number for you. So if it was 8 degree difference, that's the amount of joules. Okay. beautiful. So we're clicking on the next analyze, where we're doing this again, but now we're going to get it for joules per gram. So just like we did in trimester 1 or Chem A, and what we did in the very beginning of Chem B was trying to figure out, okay, how much energy per 1 gram. That way we can compare everything across the board nice and even. All right, you guys are all going to be able to do that just fantastically. The biggest thing is we have to make sure that we have our conclusion, okay, here and here. And then on the extend, this is where we're missing points. You guys are doing great on that first extend. Okay, doing great on the first extend. Type in your answer here. Okay, perfect. You guys are doing amazing there. And then what we're kind of missing our points on is this. We need to take some time and sketch out some ideas. And that could look different for every single student. I'm not saying there's a right or a wrong way to do this, but you have to have a sketch. And then once that sketch is done, okay, and you can add notes if you want to type in notes there. You do a lot of things. And then once you're all done, you take a screenshot. And that screenshot will upload it into your lab notebook. Okay, so please make sure we're doing all of those things. That will help you get full credit. Once again, the grade that pops up that you guys are all so concerned about is simply a completion percentage. And I will go back and I will look at your completion, and I'll kind of spot check a few questions, and I will determine your score out of 10 points. All right, I hope this video tutorial finds you well, and I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. I would love to assist you on this. Bye, guys.